generic drops for days, still the people rage. Am I not insane? Can you stop and explain why these drops are so lame? Is money buying you fame? I'm fucking on, I'm killing it with this song. You haters can sing along or go back where you belong. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with giving up, moving on, cause I took your girl to prom, she can't help but sing this song. Comes on till the lights go out, till my legs give out, can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out, and my high progress.
Welcome to the Ethereal Dojo. Get your ass in here and I'll teach you some shit. Welcome to the Ethereal Dojo, guys. Obviously, I'm doing this a little bit different. I'm in my beanbag chair. Tell you what, this is probably one of the best investments I ever made, and it only cost me $40. My George Costanza wallet. True story. Off subject, but when I dealt drugs, I actually gave myself a bad back, a bad tailbone, because I carried too much money in the right side of my shorts in my wallet. It was about an inch or an inch and a half that I'd be sitting on top of it at least. And later on in the drug dealing, it was even more bigger. But I refused to put it in any other pocket because I had crystals in the other pockets. And I was so scared that it would screw up my karma. Clearly I had the bad karma anyway, and I was going to jail, but, you know, such is life. Anyway, welcome to the Dojo. I'm Derek. So I'm going to go over, a couple listeners wanted to know about techniques that I use to get out of body, to stay out of body, things like that. So I only really use one, but I'm going to go over 3 techniques. I'm going to go over a little bit of prep and a little bit of afterwards. So starting out, I need to know how you enter the vibrational state. I would say a good 90% of people going into out-of-body experience, astral travel, they enter the vibrational state, which is usually in the back of your neck right here. You feel strong vibration. It goes through your whole head and body sometimes. It can be a little uncomfortable when you're not used to it, but once you get deeper into astral travel, it'll be like an old friend. Okay, I need to know first how you get there. Is it preparation or is it spontaneous? Most of mine now are just spontaneous. I can get there if I want to. But if it's preparation, then obviously you're going to need to do some things first. Number 1, breathing. Breathing is key. Breathing is key. Remember that. So to practice breathing, you're going to want to, this is my technique. Breathe in, count of 4, through your nose. Has to be through your nose. Hold to the count of 12. Exit through your mouth to the count of 8. So it's breathe in to the count of 4. Hold to the count of 12. Exit to the count of 8. 5 sets of that. Okay? Excuse me. So that's breathing. Some people line their chakras. I was never huge on that. The closest thing I'm getting to line my chakras is a shower and a cup of coffee. Some people are big on that. If you want to, look online. There's 1,001 techniques on how to do it. So line your chakras all you want. I never needed to. So breathing, chakras if you want to. You're not going to want to go to bed dirty or go try to actually travel dirty. So make sure you're at least clean. Be alone. Especially if you're just getting it, you need to be alone. Unfortunately, that's one of the scariest parts of all this is, this is something brand new that you're going to be getting into, and a large part of it, you're going to be alone, and, a large part of the things you witness, you're probably, not going to be able to share with people you know anyway. So, it sucks. It sucks. I guess that's what internet forums are for, though. So breathing, chakras, shower, whatever, wash up, relax yourself. And when I say relax, I don't mean like pretend relax for you gotta really relax. So I'll get into drugs in a later episode because there are drugs you can take that will actually help. I'm not talking about medications or anything. I'm talking about like psilocybin and stuff. But that's neither here nor there. That's down the road. Loose clothing. wear loose clothing, nothing bunchy. Some people like covers on, some people like covers off. For me, it doesn't really matter anymore, as long as I'm not cold. So as you're laying in bed, you want to be on your back, head slightly elevated, maybe. That's what most people say, at least. And for me, I envision power lines from electric company outside, touching the back of my neck. When I first started, that's what I would envision, and it would slowly bring on the vibrational state. Once the vibrational state hits you, you're going to want to amp it up. Okay, basically what you're doing, at least what I feel that you're doing when you actually travel, your body or your soul are resonating at two completely different frequencies, and it allows your soul to leave your body. Because of that, your soul's actually on a different wavelength. It's on a different level. Okay, so what you're seeing is that level, and the trick is that while this is happening, to keep your conscious mind going and not your subconscious, so you can see what's going on. You can actually control yourself. Kind of neat. Sorry, there's stuff going on outside. So, as you're drifting off, if there's certain things that help you relax more without going to sleep, by all means, go ahead. You're definitely not going to want to go to sleep, though. If there's something that can, how should I put this? If there's something that can keep you awake and alert, but still at the same time get you into that state where you could be asleep if you wanted to, such as, again, not drugs, half a cup of coffee or a quarter cup of coffee at night. Because if you lay down, you might just go to sleep. Then, and everyone. Okay. So, as you actually project more and more, it'll be easier and easier to get into the vibrational state. It can be very uncomfortable at first, like I said. Once you hit the vibrational state, these are the techniques I want to go over today. There's 3 of them, and I have demonstrations for each of them. One's basic technique. The second one is my favorite, and the third one is a little bit more advanced, but apparently everybody's been promoting it online, so I figured I'd throw that one out there too. So, let's go over the first one. The first one is just sitting up. It's like The Undertaker. This first one's pretty basic. We'll just refer to it as The Undertaker. As soon as vibrations hit, you want to amp them up to the point where separation's possible, then sit up and walk right off. Alright, pretty easy. The second one, a little bit advanced. It's the rope technique, and I'm sure you guys have heard of it. Check it out. Okay, this one's a little bit more advanced. You have to actually picture a rope in your mind dangling from the ceiling. And again, using your imagination, you're going to grab a hold of the rope and pull yourself out of your body. Alright, third and finally, my favorite technique, the rollout technique. Check that. Okay, this one's special to me, and I use it as often as I possibly can. As soon as the vibrations hit and you amp them up to a point of separation, you're literally going to roll straight out of your body. And the reason why I like this is because when you hit the floor, you can tangibly feel it. You'll know it's real. It's not some dream or anything like that. It'll really help, especially in the beginning astral projection, getting a grip on things and knowing that, you're not crazy. Alright, so you've seen the techniques. You're going to want to develop your own. Might be one of those, might be something completely different. Key is, though, you got to get out of your body. You got to keep yourself out of your body in a period of stasis. That means that you can't have, like, cats jumping up onto your body, or dogs, or, noise scaring you back in, things like that. and it's tough. So when people were asking questions online, like, I saw stuff like, can you visit black holes? Well, why would you want to? But or time travel, things like that. Like, that is so far advanced. Don't worry about that stuff, dude. Don't even think about that stuff, dude. Just focus on the ABCs. Okay, we're crawling. All right, it's very hard to keep that stasis going and stay out. You're going to want to ask for clarity now, light now, illumination, spirit guide support. Although I hate them, you guys probably know by now that I don't like them. But you're going to want to ask for as much support as you can, especially in the beginning. Don't worry about the goofy stuff or even seeing relatives. Like, just worry about staying out of body, like exploring a little bit. Just go with that. We're not looking for, the next Siddhartha. It's not like that. If you get there, great. But I mean, he probably took many years to get to that point. I don't even know if you guys know who Siddhartha is. Look that one up. But don't worry about all that, next level guru stuff. That's just worry about getting out of body and staying out for a good, 15 minutes. Don't scare yourself back in. That's where we live. It's good.